One of the biggest challenges for us to produce these episodes was to follow a system of zones and pods that divide us into different work groups.
The people that work in the office and then the people that work on set are not allowed to connect with each other at all. For the people on set, we have alpha crew and then beta crew, and we also don't get to see each other in person.
This is all designed in a way that if we ever have to, we know that the zones are going to minimize sending a larger group of people into quarantine. So you constantly have to be thinking about where you can go and am I crossing into a zone that I'm not supposed to be in?
It reminds me of the military. We have a bunch of soldiers. I look at COVID as the enemy. I look at the mask as our weapon. If we all come together as soldiers and we keep our weapons with us and on us at all times, we'll survive this enemy.
Back in January, before any of this started, we had planned what we normally do is a welcome gift for the crew. We took promotional banners and we redesigned those into bags. And then when the pandemic hit, we knew we had to provide all of our crew with proper approved PPE, masks, face shields and goggles, hand sanitizer, all that have the Walking Dead logo on them.
It's unfortunate that we're all living under these circumstances that we have to do this, but there's elements to the adjustments we've made that I think are smart and are beneficial to our industry overall.
When you first come on The Walking Dead, you realize that there's things that they're accustomed to doing on here that you don't normally get to do on other shows. When you talk about pie in the sky, action and horror and whatever kind of set pieces and crazy things your imagination can come up with, usually they can achieve it. It was kind of a fun challenge to figure out creative, focused ways to achieve the same kind of like tension and suspense without necessarily the same amount of production capabilities that we were like accustomed to.
Our shoot day now is restricted to a 10-hour day. That's for safety, that's for all of our ability to spend less time around each other, to have a more efficient day. And the directors have had to adapt to this.
Interestingly, the COVID protocols on set when we're shooting have not really changed how I work. What was more different was prep. Because everybody else, including my AD, the producer, the writers, everybody had been living these scripts and these worlds way longer than me. And I just arrived and it was like this tidal wave of questions. But we had a really nice, juicy, extended period of prep. And by the time we started shooting, it felt totally normal. I was ready. I shot-listed the entire 3 episodes. So it's kind of like, even if I lose my brain, which happens sometimes, it's always like, wait, what was I thinking? Oh, right, okay, that's what we're doing.
And just a slower reveal to the little hands.
I'm sure Laura was cautioned, I was cautioned early on that, you know, it's 10 hours. That's it, 10 hours. But I love 10 hours. I think there's a moment there where your foot goes in, where you realize something's up.
Yeah. Right? Yeah.
I felt like I got just as much done, if not more, every day than when we were customarily doing 12 hours. I was expecting maybe more of having to do backflips to make stuff happen, the way we've always made it happen, the way we're all accustomed to making it happen. But really, the management, the organization of it, the design of how the company can run, an immense amount of work and preparation went into pulling that off way before I got there. And the ultimate effect is that it really didn't affect how we shot or how we worked at all.
Filming during the pandemic has been limiting. There's so many rules and things that we can and can't do. And within that, I really think our directors have found a way to really bring artistry to their shot design and to their way of visual storytelling in fantastic, unexpected ways.
We're just creatively applying techniques, like all the best filmmaking techniques that we've all learned through the years, to try to shoot things in a way where, you know, people are not just in each other's faces all the time. So even if it feels like that zombie is like right on that person and having that fight, we're doing it in a way that is a little bit different. But again, for the audience, hopefully those things will feel pretty invisible.
Up here. Perfect. That was awesome.